Mic check 1 2. What's up, Evelyn? This gonna be short and to the point. Yeah, what's up with this thing, man? Yeah, I just wanted to test the sound right quick. Yeah, okay, I see it now. I just want to test the sound, see if a couple of more people are going to show up. So let me play one of my Nine Inch Nails remixes.
You keep being stuck in the line. Got your chin held high and you feel just fine, cause you do what you're told. But inside your heart it is black and it's hollow and it's cold. Just how deep do you believe? Will you bite the hand that feeds? Will you bite the hand that?
One, two. This is His Lordship. And it's a trip. You know, I think YouTube is an amazing thing. And the only thing that can mess it up is people. So I think, I don't know. Is it worth it? Like, it ain't worth the headache. I really like podcasting. That's when I did Blog Talk Radio, but I was always a guest. I never had my own show. I did Blog Talk Radio for the OGs out there with the BlackBerry phones. Using your BlackBerry phone as a microphone for Blog Talk Radio. But I also did pirate radio, public television, um, you know, live performances. I I like, the art of recording and engineering and broadcasting. I like taking pictures and shooting film and producing tracks and field recordings and sound design and installations, whatever the arts. So when I discovered YouTube, I was like, well, I don't want my brand to be on YouTube like that. I don't want, so, but I had to make an account so nobody would steal our name and pretend to be us. But every social network that I'm on, that's why it's hard to really, like troll me, because we only make accounts on social media so nobody will use our name, but we don't invest in those accounts. We don't put a bunch of content. We're not active on those accounts. We just don't want nobody else using our name. But it'd be other people on that media platform that will have some kind of collaboration with us or something like that, or we have some kind of contest or something. And so there's plenty of other people with our content, but I never tried to, because we always had our own website. So that being said, I never been on Black Planet and all that other stuff. I did belong to forums, like there'll be a forum like 313 or this and that, where it didn't matter what you look like, none of that. It was all about discussions, and one of the forums was about electronic music, whatever, and it was, that was it. Whatever the forum was about, if you're a car enthusiast, a programmer, whatever, right? And then came these social media platforms. Like I was so far deep off in the internet with like $50,000 websites, that it took me 3 years to know that there was a thing called, I can't think of it, but it's, it was one of those social media platforms, and a big media newspaper and magazine mogul bought MySpace. That's what it was. A big media guy bought MySpace for $500 million and ran it in the ground. And my whole conspiracy shit kind of fell flat right there, because I said, this dude is Rupert Murdoch. He's a media person, but he owned these companies. It wasn't like he started in the fucking mailroom in the mailroom and worked his way up. Cause I was like, if Rupert Murdoch owns MySpace, he could use my image to sell cigarettes in Indonesia and I wouldn't even know. It's little shit like that. So I know I used to belong to, I'm gonna tell you how OG I am. And shout out to the people that's in the background, and shout out to Evelyn for being the first in the building, and Penny in the building. This is gonna be real quick because people think I'm for play. You should not hang around a water fountain if there's a hornet's nest nearby. You know what I'm saying? Do not bang on the cage of the tigers. You see? Do not stare the gorillas in the eyes. All right? Don't get too close to the edge of the pool. Dolphins are known to tip you in. Dolphins have a deep sense of humor. I'm disappointed. Like I really had high hopes for certain content creators. I see so much potential in these content creators. Not only the fellas, but the women. They got great voices for radio. They got great voices for podcasting. I even see that some people try to get their foot wet in podcasting, but still haven't took that extra step. But they have their account, so I can't wait for them to start recording, so I can share some of that with you guys once they start recording their podcast. There was a content creator that mentioned the incident between me and I guess me and Diva or whatever, but I don't know, I don't remember her name offhand, but she's a very talented lady. She has one of those strong voices, a great voice for radio. She actually reminds me of P.D. Green. That's a male, but his energy, P.D. Green. P.D. Green could put his hand out and stop a train. Okay, and I don't know if it was a jokey. Maybe it was a jokey, but very funny. I actually got to find the video and finish listening to it. I only heard parts of it from another YouTuber that I guess was instigating this situation. I've been accused of being an agitator, a stalker, all kind of stuff like that. I'm used to it. I'm me fi me, I guess. I'm Han Solo. I always been a rebel. I always been the Book of Eli. You feel me? And yeah, I can't even watch movies like Mississippi Burning and stuff like that. I get too emotional. I'm afraid that I'm gonna do something to get myself put in jail. So I don't watch movies like Mississippi Burning and stuff like that. I can't handle it. American History X, I can't handle that no more. And as I get older and more mature and learned a lot, lived life, I can't even listen to traditional jazz in the car. Like if I'm on the bridge and I'm listening to some Coltrane or something, I have to change to the traffic channel. I get too emotionally involved because that's how much I have a love for art and beauty. I find beauty in people, on the outside and the inside. And I see potential in people. And I, thought that as a people, we were on a trajectory. And see, people just think different. We're just different people. We're from different places, different upbringings, different social climates. I don't have a PhD or a master's or nothing like that. So some people are way more smarter than I, and I, hats off to them, touche. I'm just me, and I'm pretty flatline. I'm the same as I was when I entered this game. I'm going to be the same as I was going out of this game. So I just found out that my COVID test was negative. My son was negative too. Now, I, probably just had a bad cold because now my office is the closest to the door, which stays cracked open, which has a draft. So I'm not used to that. But now I went and got me some fucking Matrix. I got yeah. I went and got some fucking Men in Black Matrix trench coat off the chain. because I used to wear camel hair, a black camel hair blazer, and then I had suede elbow pads put on it, and you know, and I used to, I seen the movie like The Matrix and stuff like that. And I said, damn, if I could find the right 3/4 length coat, but it's like my blazer, but 3/4 length with a nice lining, I'm gonna cop that. So I've been looking for this coat since the first Matrix. I finally got my Matrix coat, and then around Christmas I got my got my Matrix glasses. So yeah, I'll take some pictures or something and put it up on my I'll take some pictures and put it on my community page. Man, my community page gonna be off the hook. Oh no, what's going on? You in the cloud listening? Tanya Hicks. Hey, thanks for subbing, Tanya Hicks. Good morning. Tanya Hicks, welcome. You remember the movie Alien? That was my movie. I always felt like I was the alien, though. I always identified with the alien. I didn't identify with the human. The humans disappointed me, and humans can be disappointing, and every now and then you're gonna be disappointed by a human being, but it doesn't mean you hate that person, that you don't care for that person, or you don't, like you have bad wishes for that person. What you do is you sit back and try to understand, you see, and if you can't understand, then try to overstand. You see, because with age comes wisdom. And as a black man, you don't make it this far by making bad decisions. Most of my friends didn't see 20. All right. One of my best friends was on American Most Wanted. Did his time and been out for years, for murdering a cop. And if I wouldn't have moved out of town when I did, if my parents didn't do an exodus, I probably would have been with him when that went down. I don't know if it was self-defense. I'm not going to be up here long. I just want to see people do great. And I know you cannot create greatness out of anger. And, what I'm saying? Out of negativity. I'm starting to see the light. I'm starting to see the message that LaTanya been trying to convince people about. Forget all that other stuff. It's irrelevant. Your health is the most important thing. I just had a COVID scare. Okay? My voice, you can hear my voice. It felt like it's slipping away. Now, I may not have COVID, but I could still be having a flu. I could still be having the flu or the new strand, because they did, well, I don't even want to say, but even when COVID broke out, it was like the first 2 cases was 1 mile to my right and another mile to my left. I was like, oh, shit. But I dodged that bullet. A few weeks ago, I worked around 6,800 people. Still dodged that bullet, see? People use things as a shield, whether it's their religion sometimes, or their money, or their status, or the fact that they're female or male. They use these things as weapons. They use these things as shield. they strike out at you, and then they go inside their shell. You know, they go inside their whatever. You know, they strike and then they ball up like an armadillo. But I'm not the one, and I'm not the enemy. You know, I am the creator, not the destroyer. I don't make creation out of chaos. I make things out of niceness. You know, the atmosphere, if the temperature's right, the fragrance is right, a nice little breeze, something nice to sip on, an old fashioned, a nice Cuban, and I'm sitting behind 10 speakers, and you know, I ain't thinking about all the negative shit. I call that a good run, you know. So I had 6 days of terror, 6 or 7 days, thinking that I may have had COVID, and you know, it's all good. So it's negative. So I'm going to work tomorrow. So I gotta be asleep, y'all. I gotta go, but I just wanted to give you a little hint of what's next for His Lordship, because I did say if I got COVID, I'm leaving YouTube. If I don't got it, you know, yada yada yada. But they want the old me back, and for what? Why y'all want Frankenstein? Why y'all want Godzilla? You know what I'm saying? You want King Kong back. You want the Hulk back. I've been David Banner for so long now. You know what I'm saying? I've been David Banner for so long. And some of these, you know, I've been listening to other people's opinions. I like YouTube. I've been listening to what some of the other ladies, because, you know, I'm really worried about, you know, shout out to my fellas or whatever, right? Shout out to my homies, right? But I'm curious because, you know, some people are dividers and other people are uniters. You see what I'm saying? They asked Jesus, they said, hey, you gonna let that prostitute wash your feet, comb your hair, hang around us? Jesus looked at him like you better than her? I know about you. I know what you do. You know, so now that shit about don't judge me, you can't judge me, and God says no, God makes judgments all the time. Jesus made judgments. People got their ass whooped. Bushes got turned into fig trees. People got turned into stone. People got flooded. He made judgments on people all the time, as you should too, because a judgment might save your life. If you see too many motherfuckers at the gas station, make a judgment. You know, I used to go to liquor stores, so it'd be 14 niggas in white t-shirts just standing there. I just want a Pepsi and some Lay's chips. You know, but I fit in everywhere I go. I mean, most people think I should have joined some organization. I swear, everybody think I'm one of their members. The Shriners, the Nation, you know what I'm saying? The everybody, which is good. I mean, that's a positive thing. I mean, because, you know, you can look at the other end of the scale. You can say every set I go by, they think I'm down with their set. You know what I'm saying? But no, if I go by somebody's set, they're going to be like, who distant cousin is that? That's some, that better be family. That better be a nigga from out of town. Yeah, because I'll come by your house and I'll go back to my old neighborhood in LA and I will call you by your government name. I'll knock on your door. Is Damien and I'm here to see Damien and Yusuf. Is Yusuf here? Oh, Yusuf, you bigger than me now. I remember when you was like, hey, cuz, don't call me by my, you know what I'm saying, cuz I'm a treetop now. You feel me? Oh, okay, then. Oh, Yusuf, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I get square, like I might be ghetto around my house in my area, but I'll go to my old hood, like an old project or something, and act square as fuck. Like I came up with something. I'll go back. Hey, how's it going? You guys still live here? Wow. Okay. Wow. What's it been? 30 years? How much is a 4-bedroom in subsidized housing now? And knowing I'm broke as fuck too, I just live, I just got in with rent control or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, how many people that they go back to their old spot and try to act like they really came up? But in all fairness, my old neighborhood in Los Angeles, nobody is there except 2 people who were spoiled rotten, and they still there, but they're a homeowner. They're in their grandmother's house, and hey. But gentrification has wiped through that neighborhood. It's near the old Pepperdine, not too far from Gardena. Actually, two blocks from where the truck driver was beat up from the Rodney King the thingy. You know what I'm saying? But it is early. I finally get to go to work, but I'm fucking up. What's up, Bright Street in the building? Tanya Hicks, Evelyn, Penny, and anybody else in the background. I wanted to give you a sneak peek of where his lordship is going, since I'm not going nowhere, since I'm here to stay, since I tested negative for COVID. I'm back, and I'm not taking no more shit from anyone. I don't give a fuck who you are. I didn't ask for this shit. I don't know anybody personally. I don't even know what race they are, if they male or female, old or young. I don't know I don't look past their motherfucking avatar. And this is not romper room. This is a mosh pit. If you ain't moshing, you might get a black eye. There's no reason for non-moshers to be in my chat room. We got 14 beds already waiting with 4 paramedics. So don't even worry about it. Get in that mosh pit and do you. You know what I'm saying? Now, ain't nobody ever called me anything on this mofo. Nothing. Shit. So when somebody call me something, then I'll deal with it then. And then it's how they twist their lips when they say it. I don't care who called me the N-word. I'm going to watch how you twist your lips when you say it. Twist them the wrong way, you got a problem. Y'all ain't learned nothing. Watch some Deep Cover. You know what I'm saying? Watch Deep Cover 4 times in a row. I'm out.
There is a new dynasty, and it's brought to you by His Excellency, His Lordship. Prepare for a new era. Things are going to change, and either you're on board or you're going to be standing at the shore waving goodbye. It is time. It is time for change, and I hope you're ready, because I'll take you with me. His Lordship. 2021.